Do you think I need to go and paint that yellow BR, bruv?
I shapeshift to a split, light myself up, ignite the mic and felt up. Your so-called butter shit can melt up. Your mic is falling off, needs to be helped up. Snatch the rap belt up, the blaze of Tron. Eon, the phenom, I'm on par with rap stars. Fascist dictators, dick Starbuck, and I'm playing Space Invaders. Standing so close, baby, you liable. Turn your rap Bible to the false idol. I be bringing doom to the groom, snatching up the bridle. I hawk paragraphs, infested Ebola. Fuck you up like Pop Rocks and Coca-Cola. Trying to be cute like Munchie Cheese. Really catching up from munching on these. Hundreds, please, honey, don't make a peep. In 2G, it's only our word that we keep. You in the wrong place. You in the wrong time. You with the wrong someone. Smut peddlers, false poets get done. One by one by one by one. You in the wrong place. You in the wrong time. You with the wrong someone. Smut peddlers, false poets get done.
Every moment, every
You in the wrong place. Stupid look on your face.
Stupid look on your face.
The Smut Peddlers, One by One, classic track there. What's up, Themos? How you doing, brother, man? You good?
I'm good. But how are you? Where are you? Tell me where you at.
I'm in the Czech Republic, man. I'm drinking my Pilsner beer. You know what I mean? This is the standard one.
Internationale.
Internationale. Yeah, I'm in Prague. I'm in Prague. Actually, I got reminded because when we did that video of like reacting to Graff in movies, one of them was in a Czech movie, remember? And then the whole car rolls in and they're like taking pictures and they're posing. So when I got on the train here, I was like, oh shit, I recognize these trains. And it was from that movie. The trains,
painted?
nah, they're clean as a fucking whistle. Well, the ones that I've seen.
Clean as dick. Clean as dick.
The city as a whole is pretty clean, man. Obviously, there's a bit of bombing here and there, but I've not really ventured much out of the city centre, to be honest, out here in Prague.
Have they got a subway?
Yeah, there's 3 lines. The yellow, green and red line. Yeah, A, B, C.
That's it?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, from what I've seen, obviously, I'm not an expert on the city. I've only been here a couple of days, yeah.
Get a tube map. Bring some tube maps back.
You know what? That's a good idea. Oh, yeah, Theme, I got you a gift. Fuck, I should have got that ready. Hold on, let me get
blatantly should have got that ready. What the fuck is that? Yeah, and you should have put, look at you, you've got the window behind you, man. You should have put that as the background.
Nah, there's nothing of like interest out there. Fuck, where is it, man?
What, are you like on a main street?
Kinda, yeah. Hold on.
What's the name of your street?
There you go. I got you some Prague socks with the train on it.
Oh, you bad man socks.
Actually, come to think of it now, it's not even the train, it's the tram. I thought it was the train,
sick.
man.
They are sick though.
So I got you
like the underground, those colours, that tram.
Yeah, I got you the socks. I'll see if I can find one with the train. The trains are great.
Send me your location. Send me location.
The trains look sick though. They're really boxy, grey with a red strip through it. It's fucking sick, man. You want me to just send you location on the old WhatsApp? Yeah?
Yes. Send me. Send me
a location. Here we go. Location.
Let's have a friend compare.
Share live location.
This is the 3rd Internationale Arms House that there's ever been. This is a humongous event.
Yeah, there you go. I've sent it.
First La France, then Dominica. Now
I should say I'm not here on a Graff holiday. Excuse me, sorry, Akit. I'm not here on a Graff thing. I'm here to meet a lady friend of mine. We've been.
I nearly just said exactly where you are. It's giving me the hotel. It
doesn't matter. Dodge, isn't it? I'm leaving tomorrow, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. But it's a nice hotel we stayed in. You know what I mean? They upgraded our room, which was.
Where's
dope.
the beach? Where's the beach?
Bruv, it's minus 11. This is the last time I paid.
Minus 11?
11, bruv. It's the last time I paid to go to a country colder than fucking London, man. I'll tell you that now. Next time I'm going to be...
minus 11.
At night.
Fuck!
At night. During the day, it's about, between
2.
1 and -1. Yeah. It's like, it's depending. Today is not too bad. But when we arrived, fucking hell. Yeah, icy cold, man. Icy cold, like bone chilling cold,
Did they serve the beers cold?
Oh yeah, freezing. Yeah. And they serve it with a big frothy head, you know, like half the pint.
They
love it. Oh yeah, and it's cheap as fuck. You know.
Look at you though, bruv. 649 miles away.
And you know me, man, I had to go record digging, man. There's some great record shops here. I found loads of Czech and Hungarian prog rock and jazz fusion records ready for my sampler when I get home. So I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. I spent a lot of money on records, actually. It's kind of fucked up.
Mate, that is a country and a half, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Surrounded by Austria, Poland, Germany.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
It's kind of my first time I've been in this neck of the woods. I've never been Poland. I've always wanted to go Poland. Yeah, but no, but it's a beautiful city. The architecture is incredible. Lots of Art Nouveau style buildings, which I was surprised to see, like a lot like Paris. But like walking through the city, I get reminded of Amsterdam, of Paris, of like loads of these European cities with the architecture.
649 really miles, bro. It doesn't seem that far.
No. Yeah, it's a good 2 hours and a half.
649 mileage.
Yeah, you could drive that, in a couple of days? Easy. Well, I drove from London to Stockholm once. Took 3 days. That's even further.
London to Stockholm?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And back. Took 3 days there, 3 days back.
I drove from London to Dubrovnik.
Oh, shit, okay.
In Croatia.
Okay, how long did that take? Did you just soldier it? 24 hours?
We stopped in France. We stopped in Lac Annecy.
Okay.
The biggest, clearest water lake.
Wow.
The biggest and most clear water lake in Europe.
Nice.
Natural lake. Big thing.
Let me send you...
there and then drove on to Croatia. And my passport, it was a fucking road trip and we all looked like youths. And my passport had been signed on the first page from the ID bit by Charlie Tunafish and the other people in Ozomotley and Jurassic 5, Signed by, it was the only thing I had on me at the time.
Yeah, Charlie Tuna, he signed your passport. What the fuck?
Yeah, I got them all to sign it.
That's
that group was Ozomotley, no? And
Ozomotley?
Jurassic 5, yeah.
Ozymandias?
Ozomotley.
I have no idea. It
was like anyway, that was sick. So yeah, but you should drive back. No, but what I'm thinking is Arms House road trip. Looking at that map where you are.
Yeah, we should. We're gonna. This summer, we're gonna. Theme, I just sent you now
this summer
an example of like the street bombing here.
Frank and Pat.
So have a little skim through that.
Big up Manny.
Yeah, there's no names really stood out to me. You know how when you like walk around a city for a couple of days, you start clocking, okay, this guy's up, No names have really stood out to me, man. Maybe a listener, if someone's listening here from Prague, leave a comment below. Let me know what I'm missing out on, man. But
Rory, Blower.
I like that
Zaya.
tag in the bottom right. Look at that weird ass fucking...
Epos. Oh, in the bottom right, sorry. Oh yeah, what the fuck is that?
That one. Yeah, that one. I'll put it on the screen a bit bigger here.
Big up ROI, return on investment.
ROI, yes.
Big thing. And there's wet. Someone's got a reach. It says wet.
Yeah, he had actually a couple of throw-ups I saw, and I thought it said Met. But then I clocked, oh no, it's a W. It's not.
It's wet.
Yeah, he's wet. He's moist. He might as well be moist, bro. I got another photo.
That's probably because he was writing Met, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Met found out, went over there, slapped the shit out of him and told him, you're writing wet from now on, bruv, because you're fucking soggy cunt.
You know that scene in Lord of the Rings where they like, because they don't have telephones, they have like this fire.
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. They light a fire on the top of the mountain, and then like several miles away, they see it, and then they light their fire, and then several miles away, they light a fire. And that's how they got messages across like long distances. I think that's what Met did, yeah? He lit a spliff in Hammersmith, in Shepherd's Bush, and then it just like, they lit a spliff, and then it got all the way to Prague, and then Wet got a slap round the face. I just sent you another example. Again, these are just like, you know, what I'm seeing walking around.
Bro, man ain't seen no Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, okay. That's dope. The original 3 Lord of the Rings, I like them.
My youths are watching Harry Potter for the 3rd time. I haven't seen a Harry Potter yet. Not one. I haven't read one either.
I definitely haven't read them. I think I maybe watched 1 or 2, but yeah, I'm not into that shit. You see that kind of that second one I just sent you, that thing at the bottom, it kind of reminds me of that Pam the bird. Have you heard
like an
about
egg. It's like a flying egg.
Yeah.
Pam the bird.
Have you been hearing about this guy, Pam the bird? He got locked up and like he's got this big trial now and like he's like a...
I've read only a little something, but...
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, but big him up anyway. Free Pam the bird.
Fucking hell. I thought it said Lidl, but it says Liddy.
Liddy. It's Liddy, man.
Lidl is in my vocabulary so much. Pan, no. No, pan cow.
I don't know. That's the thing. It's
that
just...
pan cow is the nicest reach I've seen so far.
Oh, yeah, I went to a couple strip clubs the other day.
Is it? With the missus?
Yeah, she loves it, man.
Yeah, because I was telling Akit, we were out when you were out.
Yeah.
And I think I was texting you, or you were texting you, and no. Akit said to me, he's going to strip clubs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, really? I didn't know what to say. I didn't know if it was a bad thing or not. And I was like, because of...
Well, then she was like...
I didn't know if it was a bad thing. So I was like, oh, really? Akit? Oh, yeah. What, with his missus?
No,
she goes, what?
You were there with Akit and Lady Faze, right? And you were in the pub having a couple drinks.
Pub.
Then you sent me photos, of you lot hanging out. And then I was like, I can't take pics of where I am because I'm in fucking strip club,
Yeah.
And then Akit was like, what are you doing in a strip club, you perv? And I'm like, I'm with my girl, man. You know what I mean? And she was like, Ross, she's a better person than me, man, allowing you to go to... And I was like, nah, it's all love. And to be honest...
Allowing you to go to it.
Because my girl, she has friends here. That's why we're here. That's why we're in Prague. She had friends here. They hooked us up some weed and shit. And then they took us to this... to be honest... Okay, it's not like one of those proper stripper clubs. It's more of a go-go dancer kind of bar where they stand on the bar and they're like, they take their clothes off. They're in a thong and like they got nipple tassels and shit. You know what I mean? Like these sexy girls like flinging their titties around and shit. And you could put money in their garter string and shit. And they play like whack music, but it was a wicked fucking club, man. Like really cool decoration and shit. It looked really cool. I can't remember even the name of the place, man. But it was near the King Charles Bridge in the old town. But yeah, it was a really cool joint. And then we went to another place and then my girl got too wasted. I had to carry her back to the hotel, dump her in the room. But yeah, I've had a great time so far. Oh yeah, and also we went to a few tourist traps. Yeah, there was a sex machine museum. Yeah.
Machine museum.
Yeah, it's just some cheesy tourist shit. You pay a tenner to get in, and it's just like pictures of like fucking dildos from the history and shit, and like
First
just
ever pocket pum pum and all that. Yeah.
I might even have some photos. Let me see which photos I can send you, man. No, I didn't take any photos. It was shit. To be honest, it was just some, those tourist trap things. But like, we went in for a laugh. It was funny because we were so stoned, you know what I mean? We did go to this building.
What kind of weed did they get you? What do you mean you're so stoned? You're smoking punk?
Yeah, punk. Yeah, I didn't get hash. I'm just getting punk, like proper strong tings, man. We went to this place.
Is it like European? Or is it...
No, it looks...
What's wrong with the weed? Are you allowed to blaze over there?
You're not allowed to, but... it's just same as London, you know what I mean? Like, you're not going to go to fucking prison for life if you get caught smoking weed.
Okay.
It's just one of them things. Theme, I sent you one other picture. This is another landmark of Prague. We walked past it. We went up to the bar. There's a bar on the roof of this building. It's called the Dancing House or the Dancing Building or something.
Bailando.
You see it there?
At the top. Look, I have a word.
Yeah, so we went to the bar and we had like some Cosmos up there and I had a Black Russian and, touristy shit.
You should have had a White Russian, bro. You should have had a White Russian.
They didn't have any White Russians, but yeah, and record shopping and just, chilling with my girl, man, having a good time, eating well. Oh, we had one of the best burgers in a while yesterday, man. It was called the Sad Man's Tongue was the name of the restaurant, yeah. But amazing burgers. What else did we kind of want to get into? We don't want to talk about Prague the whole time, man.
You just made me remind me of something, yeah? I was getting a haircut.
Yeah.
It's a place I've never been to, in this little estate in Fulham, yeah? And it's got one of those signs that says barber this way, yeah? And all the barbers around there are like almost 30 quid, even just for a fade.
Fuck.
I found this geezer, it's 15 quid, yeah? And he cut my hair. Anyway, I went back there for the second time just now. And he's going to me, oh, my friend. He's from Lebanon.
Okay.
He's 21 years old, yeah?
Yeah.
And he's like a little bit of a G and all of that, yeah? But he's telling me about this place, and like, he's like, "What do you like?" He's talking to me about like women and Latinas and like Arabic girls and all this shit. And his boss is just there, yeah, just chilling. Yeah. It's a small shop, and he starts telling me, "No, on the weekend, if you like Latinas, you need to go to Willesden Green, yeah." And I'm
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
Like,
that's what? The Brazilian community is there in Willesden, man. I go there all the time to the Brazilian grocery there if I want to get some proper sausages.
But instead of talking about stuff like that, yeah, he goes, he's cutting my hair and he goes, yeah, I like to go. I take my cousin. We go to the secret casino house, yeah? And I'm like, the secret casino house? What's that? I mean, I'm just sitting there in the chair.
Yeah, what is that?
He's like, oh, it's a very good place, very good place. You know, and his boss is like sitting there in the corner, and he's like about our age, you know what I mean? And he's like kind of almost laughing, trying to count the dough or whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
And he's telling me like this kid, and he's been here for 6 months. This kid,
fresh off the boat.
Yeah. And he's like, no, it's very good place, my friend, very good place. You should I take my cousin on the weekend. It's very good. The 3 levels, yeah. I'm like, 3 stories, and he's like, yeah, and lady get better each floor, yeah. Lady get better each floor. And I'm like,
shit.
Is he saying the ladies get better each floor, yeah? And I'm seeing if he's like, how he's saying it. Damn. And he said, yes, people on top floor, very, very rich, very rich, very rich. And I'm like, okay, yes, right. So what is it like? It's a casino or like what? What is it? He's like, yeah, you go gambling there. Very pretty women. And basically, he doesn't know, yeah, that he's in this whorehouse.
Oh shit!
And the boss.
He's gambling with his.
Oh no! Sorry, he does. He's been told but he won't believe it. He thinks like this is how the life is for him because he's like come to England and it's amazing and all this kind of shit. Yeah, and all the women love him. and I'm saying to him, listen, there's a lot of putitas in Willesden and in Willesden Green and like around that area, like actual putas. Like, you need to be. And you're going to a house with 3 floors. Yeah, it's an amazing place. Like vouching for it, telling me like, no, you can gamble there and do this stuff. And the ladies just come over and talk to you and I love talking to the girls. That's what he was saying. I love talking to the girl, which was making me think he actually thinks he's talking to the girls.
Yeah. Like he's
still like
he's chirping.
Like, do I say something to him? Like, bro, if you ain't talking to shit.
You go, you are gambling, but you're gambling with your
just
STDs.
Losing dough, bro. Yeah, just losing dough. Like, you don't even know it. Like, what the fuck? But I didn't say shit. And then he finished, and his boss is like laughing in his face, like telling him, I've told him already. Yeah,
on his hairdresser salary, man, just blowing it all in this fucking place. Oh,
fucking hell.
I feel sad for him, man. But, he will learn the hard way. One way or another.
Yeah, he loves it that I speak a bit of Arabic.
Yeah, I bet. Actually, coming to that, I got a correction from last week. I taught you an Arabic word. Yeah, the Arabic word of the week.
Mutlag has put his foot down.
Mutlag called me and said, no, this is wrong. When someone says shlonak, which is correct, that means how are you?
How you doing?
Shlonak. I said, say labas, because that's what my dad used to say all the time. Labas is a colloquial, chill way of saying everything's cool. But Mutlag corrected me and said, no, in labas, it means that, but they only say that shit in Morocco. Nowhere else. Everywhere else in the Arab world, if someone says shlonak and you want to say you're cool, you have to say kulshi tamam. Can you say that?
Kulshi tamam.
Perfect theme. Look at you, man. Your pronunciation on point. The iteration on point.
She.
I spelt it Kulshi. Kulshi. That's one word.
I've got cool shit.
No, kulshi. There's no T at the end. Kulshi. Right. And then the second word is tamam. Tamam. So kulshi means everything. Kulshi means everything. And tamam means fine. Or okay.
But there is a T, but there's 2 different words. Kulshi,
kulshi, tamam. I'll put it on the screen here. Everyone,
and that means kind of like I'm all bliss.
That means bless. Everything is bless. Yeah, kulshi means everything.
Good. Is it singular, personal to me?
No. I'm telling you, kulshi literally means everything, and tamam means Fine.
It means everything blessed.
Everything
blessed.
blessed.
You know how to say everything blessed in
There you
Arabic.
go. Kul shi
Do you know
tamam.
how much I'm going to use this?
Kul shi tamam. There we go. Kul shi tamam. You're going to love that one.
Dude.
Yeah. And all you guys.
Everything blessed.
Everyone out there, man. Next time you get in an Uber cab, you know what I mean? You got an Arabic driver called Mohammed or called whatever. Just tell him, yo, kul shi tamam. You could even use it as a question. If you say it with an inflection at the end, kul shi tamam.
You say like, you all good?
All
Yeah.
good? And then you go, yeah, all good. Kul shi tamam. So that's a good one. I'm glad I taught you that one.
No, that is the one. Kul shi tamam.
That's the one, brother, man.
Kul shi tamam. T-A-M-A-M.
T-A-M-A-M.
Tamam.
Tamam. Yes. Kul
Tamam.
shi
Vale.
tamam.
Kul shi tamam.
I'll tell you what isn't kul shi tamam. Is there's an asteroid heading for Earth.
Yeah, this is not kul shi tamam.
Nah, that's kul shi khara.
This is khalas.
I taught you khara in a previous episode. We mean shit. So kul shi khara. That means everything shit. So you could say that kul shi khara. So you can start combining these words now, Theme. You know what I mean? I've given you Lego pieces. You can start piecing them together and creating your own shit. But before we talk about this asteroid, I want to play this. Because we came into the Smut Peddlers one by one, that classic Smut Peddlers, yeah? But they've recently got back together. Smut Peddlers, I've got a few of their records. They're like from the early 2000s, late 90s, backpacker hip hop. Yeah. You know what I mean? Cage, Mr. Eon, DJ Mighty My, The High and Mighty, you know what I mean? They've done a whole bunch of stuff with Mos Def, with, you know, they've done so many cool tracks. Yeah, they're funky white boys from America, yeah? Cage being the surprising one because they've reformed, they've reunited and made a track.
That was so well done because they've reformed.
Arms house to your mum's house. They've reunited. So I saw this just the other day, literally a couple of days ago. So it's the Smut Peddlers reunion. I guess they got a new album coming out soon. And Cage, you know the rappers like Necro and Ill Bill and Eminem. And like Eminem had a beef with Cage back before he was famous, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, I'll wipe my ass with your page in the sauce. Cage is fucking whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you dissed Cage bare time. Because they all had a similar style, like shock humor, death rap, whatever, you know, kidnap.
Like Necro-ish.
Yeah, like kidnapping your baby mama and killing her and like kidnapping your daughter, you know what I mean? Like that kind of wild white boy.
Shit in your daughter's mouth.
Yeah, like wild white boy shit, you know what I mean? Although, I say wild white boy shit because it's mainly white boys that have been doing that, but the Gravediggers were one of the first to do that, and that was RZA.
They were
Prince
much more
Paul.
like murderish.
Yeah, but it was gory,
gruesome,
like horror rap. You know what I mean? And that's basically what they all do. It's just like, you know, creative, horrific imagery, like done with multi-syllabic rhyming and hard hip hop boom bap beats. You know, that's basically what it is. But anyway, they've reunited.
The top description. That was a top description.
Yeah, because I loved that shit. I was obsessed with that shit when I was like 16, 17. But I kind of, you know, there's only so much of it you could take where I was just like, yeah, I love the beats and that, but then I'm just like the lyrics, technically it's cool.
What do I always think? The English version, Rhyme Asylum.
Right, there we go, perfect.
Rhyme Asylum.
They loved Necro, man. They were like Necro's biggest fans. They loved that shit.
I'm going to tell Scurbs now. We should get Scurbs on. We should get them on.
Oh, definitely. We should. Anyway, so they've all linked up again with Cage. He's come out the woodwork because Cage was an ill rapper. He did one of my favorite records from back then was a track called Suicidal Failure. I love that tune. Go look that up, people. Maybe I'll play it on a future episode. But anyway, Cage, he went into like emo kind of like rock music for time, but now he's back on the rapping. This is a track called Most In Outs. Came out just the other day, because they used like in outs, that's from the movie Clockwork Orange. The old in out, in out. That's like the language that they invented with all the droogs. And they used to use all that language with them lot Cage and all them lot back in the day. Right.
They used to love it, yeah?
They loved that.
English.
Well, it was a language that was made by Stanley Kubrick for that movie, Clockwork Orange. When was the last time you watched that movie? I love that movie, man. It's fucking sick. Clockwork Orange. Anyway, Most In Outs, Smut Peddlers reunion.
In and out.
Hey, how you doing, you ducker? It's Rico. You think you can get me a ticket to that Smut Peddlers reunion tonight? Hello?
Doing the Humpty dance on the cowboy star. I'm homely, handsome, your crew looking like Graff. This albino in a film noir. People do not treat me like Abdul-Jabbar. The carcass artist got a Harlequin dash propped up on the armrest of a velvet ottoman. And in my spare time, I'm feeding the chastised clandestine. This tainted ass moonshine. Me, Mr. Eon, you can call me that. Or E-Gas, now your girl's calling me E-Flats. This sun's deep, Dunny. You fucking crump creep to you and your fancy pants crew quite lovely. And your worldly girly is jerking me to the point that she needs some Tommy John surgery. Combustible, huxtable without the diluted, dilaudid. At the pen, relays leaving nauseous. Cancel the peddlers, motherfuckers never. In outs and in outs, it takes you remember.
I'm gonna leave it for the cage verse.
Freaky geek endeavor.
The next verse.
Here to throw a wrench in your corny ass agenda. Cancel the peddlers, motherfuckers never. In outs and in outs, it takes you remember. From virgin to a first freaky geek endeavor. Here to throw a wrench in your corny ass agenda.
Rage bitch, get off the fucking stage, kids. I heard you were dead.
Behold, cage live.
Cereal drill, refill the mops, bloody. Got extra mags for each one of my ops, buddies. Nah, we're not about to get a little deep. But how come every dude with Lil in his name's a lil creep? Still keep a few bars to get a little sleep. R.I.P. your jewelry off your corpse like Lil Peep. Rip. On her knees praying for in outs. After I tucked it in her mouth like a Zim pouch. She'll never hear me say I do. Bitch got a body count higher than an IQ. Ugh. I think she sounded genius. I don't wanna lose my penis. I'm already barely Z-list. Oh, bitch got weird teats, dudes. They eat her pussy like beer meets food.
Cancel the peddlers, motherfuckers never.
It's quite a mad beat, man. I don't know. I like it. It's got some
weird
flavor.
one. It's a weird one. I kind of don't like it, and then I kind of I like it.
You can appreciate it for what it is, whether you like it or not. No, I like to hear Cage back on it, man. He was like, I think he's on top form in that verse, that second verse there. So I'm intrigued to hear how the album's going to come out. But we were talking about this asteroid that's heading for Earth. Kul shi khara, yeah? It's not tamam, yeah? Because I'm sure people have heard about this, man. I don't know if it's even made the news. Has it made the news? It must have. But apparently on December 22nd, 2030. Sorry, Akir. No, just saying, and on December 22nd, 2032, there's an asteroid that's 50 meters wide that's got a 1 in 32 chance of hitting Earth. It increased, the probability increased.
It's already too much, 1 in 32, bruv.
1 in 32, it's a good hit. And it could have the impact of 10 megaton bombs. So it's not an Earth ender, yeah? It won't like kill everyone on the Earth, but if it lands near a city, then that city is done for. But
if it lands on Westfield, Shepherd's Bush.
Also, they don't know, because the thing is, that asteroid is now back round, orbiting the sun, and then it's going to be heading towards us, and we're not going to know any more about it until 2028 is when we're going to start picking it up again to get more information, a more accurate view of where it's going to hit. It may well, obviously, miss us completely, yeah? And also, they don't know what it's made out of, yeah? Because if it's an asteroid that's just made out of rock, most likely it's just going to burn up on entry. So we don't even have to worry about it. But if it's made out of metal, then it's fucked, yeah? Then that's really going to fuck us, yeah?
It's made of gold.
Yeah, but if it's made out of gold, then man, we can
make... The whole thing's made out of platinum.
Imagine you could make, like, Elon Musk will just buy it and make, like, the biggest chain, like, hang off it, but fuck that guy. But then I found out, when I was looking into this, man, I found
1
out...
1 in 32, bruv. That's no good, bruv.
No, it's no good, but...
Fun 1 in 32. What would you do for a 1 in 32 chance? Nothing to do with your life, innit? Nothing.
No, it's true, yeah, it's true.
1 in 32, bun that.
Innit? That's like the same odds on a roulette table. No, it isn't. That's 1 in... No.
18? No. 36.
Oh, 36. That's it, not 32. Sorry. But I had no fucking idea. Back in 2022, there was an asteroid heading for Earth, and NASA successfully dashed something at it, bumped it out of its route, and made it change its trajectory away from the Earth, man. And all this just got me thinking, like, it's insane. And we were talking about this off camera. What's it so impressive? I'm not so scared about it hitting the Earth. I'm not gonna like go crazy. It's not worth getting hysterical about, like, oh, it's gonna end the Earth, because it's not. But what impresses me about the whole thing is just how accurate now we can predict these things, and you know what I mean, and ultimately,
what impresses me is how fucking important the Earth's atmosphere is.
Exactly, and we're all here beefing on Earth like about petty shit when there's things out there. There's a whole universe of
the old
shit
atmosphere, mate. You know, that's it. Look at the moon with no atmosphere. Every single crater is an asteroid smash.
Exactly.
Look at old Earth.
Yeah. Well, they say I think our orbit is protected by Jupiter because it's such a massive mass. Most things sucks everything into there, so that it doesn't hit us. That's like called the Goldilocks zone, isn't that what it's called? I think.
No, that does remind. No, the Goldilocks zone is
the distance from the sun.
All the things are in the correct thing for our theory on the evolution of life.
For
so
Earth,
that's like the best place to be able to.
But I think part of the Goldilocks zone is having a big body like Jupiter nearby that sucks away asteroids. I don't know. It's basically.
Unfortunately, Bill and Ted aren't here because if we could ask them now, if we're saying something wrong now, then we'd be going mental.
They would know, yeah. And I love that about the Utes. They're more clued up about this than we are because we're not programmed to think about that shit. I hope in schools that they teach this shit because just for the human mind, like I think opening it up to these crazy things we've discovered about our universe, like just helps in every form of life, you know, it makes things seem petty when they should be petty, like, you know, arguing about bullshit that we do here, you know, like racism, for example.
We went just to school, Pluto was a planet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now it's not. Yeah, but just like the concept of racism, you know, is so dumb. Like in the grand schemes of the universe, and we're all humans. We're all the same species. We should be on the same side.
Any war ever about land. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Just like land this border. We're going to redraw this border. You know, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, I think
when you look at it like from a greater universe perspective, you just think, fucking cunts.
And it's you know, not to make it mad political, but politicians, that's what they do. They try and make things insular and like make you think on this base level, and they don't want you looking up at the universe because then they'll realize that all this shit is pointless about, oh, I'm like a president of this little bit of land. You know what I mean? It's like, no, gives a fuck. If an asteroid hits us,
if you park on here on Wednesday between 9 and 10 before market hours with no permit, it's a £65 fine.
Arms house to your mum's house.
Yeah, fuck that shit, man.
That sort of shit.
Yeah, well, no, parking, I mean, yeah, most of it is bullshit, but I get why that happens, you know what I mean? We don't want chaos. Have you been to fucking Egypt, bruv, where they have no parking restrictions? Forget about it, like, it's the worst.
That's where you can bump the cars.
You can bump them, red lights don't mean jack shit. You can do literally whatever you want on the road, and it's fucking hell. Yeah, it's a nightmare. Okay, it might be fun for 5 minutes, but then after 5 minutes, you're like, fucking, what is this fucking shit? And then also in India, I don't know if it's the same in India now, but I remember hearing, because I've never been, that it's the right of way is down to the size of the thing that's moving. So if you're in a truck, you have the right of way. If you're a pedestrian, you have the last, you know, they're the last on the list. And it just works like that. It's just mental. You know?
The exact worst way to do it for the pedestrian of all time.
But the cows, you don't touch the cows. They got the utmost, yeah, apparently.
Yeah, you can't, but yeah. Fucking hell.
It's mental, man. It's mental. But anyway, no, I was going to mention one more thing. Back in
I'm thinking about that asteroid, bruv.
Yeah.
1 in 32.
Back in 2022, not that long ago, I just found out the Dimorphos asteroid, apparently, we did talk about it. It was heading for Earth, but then NASA deflected it. Yeah. So like, you know, I can't believe, you know, that we got people on the case.
You just have to bump it by the tiniest amount, by the way, because it's at such great distance.
Exactly.
By the time it gets here, the angle is so wider from the initial, just little, like 0.1 of a millimeter bump.
Yeah, and then
it takes it 25,000 miles in a different direction.
Exactly.
50,000 miles in different directions. You're like, fuck me.
But then who knows the knock-on effects from that? I mean, you know, once we really start, like, because that's the thing, the human race, we're still on a real, like, knife's edge of whether...
Whatever happened to the ozone layer, by the way? Do you remember when we were at school? Like, you couldn't fart because of the ozone layer.
Yeah, no.
Like, everywhere, like in TV and magazines and news and kids' news and the fucking ozone layer. But we were about to die
the whole
and the ozone layer at the same time.
That was our youth. Yeah, that's true, actually. What the fuck did happen?
And the hole was getting bigger, wasn't it? I swear my mum used to tell me the hole was getting bigger.
Yeah, and the UV rays were coming in, giving people skin cancer.
It's China.
It's China. It's fucking China. Yeah. I'm going to look into that, actually. I'm going to find out what the fuck has happened, because no one talks about that.
What happened to the ozone layer?
No one talks about that now, so I want to, did they just give up?
Arms House can bring back the ozone layer.
Yo, did they just give up? Did they go, yo, fuck it, nah, the hole's gone too big now, so there's no point.
Elon Musk just like done a massive net over it. Bosh, that's it. It's weird. It's weird.
It is crazy. What was I going to bring up before that? I was going to say something.
Even with global warming, they don't bring up the ozone layer.
No, they do, but maybe because the
hole got too big and it's letting all the hot air out, bruv. It's cooling the planet down.
Look, at the end of the day, before I get mad about shit like that, because it's true, they don't fucking bring it up. But, you know, science progresses so big. Maybe they've just learnt a lot more and they've like, I fucking know.
They were wrong about the ozone layer.
I just don't know. You know what I mean? I have to look into it because I'm not educated to know. Like, it could be a very simple thing, simple reason.
Layer?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Leave a comment. Please let us know what happened to your ozone layer.
Yeah, because that's the thing, and that's another thing about science communication. Because we're gonna have a guest on soon. We're gonna have a guest. Oh yeah, rest in peace, ozone, all them lot, man. But we're gonna have a guest soon. A kid I went to school with. He's not a kid. He's older than me. But I went to school with this guy who's now a science communicator. He's been on Blue Peter. He's been on, like, you know, BBC.
This is the Brain Doc.
The Brain Doc, yeah. So he'll be coming on soon. Really cool dude. I used to smoke a lot of weed with this guy back when we were teenagers.
Don't risk the Brain Doc's reputation, please, before he even sets foot on the show.
Yeah. No, he's a really cool dude. He, like, you know, just because, like we're saying about the ozone layer, like, what the fuck happened to it? Like, you know, I'm sure there is an explanation for it, or even if there isn't an explanation for it, there's someone who could explain what the non-explanation is.
If the Brain Doc doesn't know what the answer to that is, when we start the pod, we have to ask him that question. That's the first thing we ask him. Yeah, and if he gets it wrong or unsatisfactory, it's over.
No,
we do it on our own.
He's a neuroscientist. He works within, his speciality is about the brain and brain activities.
So he's got to know about the ozone layer.
But it's still going to be a question about the ozone layer. I'm going to ask him because he's a science communicator. So when it comes to explaining science, like, you know, he's got a little bit of knowledge about everything, I assume. You know what I mean? At least enough to explain it to someone, or at least nudge someone in the right direction. I'm assuming that's what his fucking job is. You know what I mean?
He used to do plenty top to bottoms.
He never did Graff. He loves Graff though, and he's mates with loads of all the old VFL lot. He used to come to the parties, you know, that we threw and stuff. Like, a really sound bloke. And I want to pick his brains about exactly that, about, you know, what 1 minute we learn about the ozone, next minute no one's chatting about it. Like, what is up with that, you know? And like, how people can keep up with the pace of discovery, you know what I mean? Like, because things change so quickly, and your average fucking human, you know, we don't know about the intricacies
of then who chooses what's what? Go, right, this one we better let everyone know.
Yeah, what's important.
This is fucking massive.
Yeah.
But this one's a bit whack. You know what I mean? No one's going to give a fuck. We could just introduce that.
But then it's also the media companies. They're not scientists. They want to sell advertising space between their show. So they want to show something that's going to be the most shocking, the most, you know what I mean? So it's finding that balance between useful information and then entertainment and shit like that. So that throws a whole fucking spanner in the works as well, you know what I mean? So it's just, it's so complicated and mad. Like, it's interesting as fuck though. And like, we're privileged enough that we have time to think about these things. Like, you know, there's like, most people on this planet are just trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? They don't have time to be worrying about this asteroid or fucking ozone layer or this. They're just trying to make fucking enough money to eat that day. You know what I'm saying? So that's how most people live, you know, and so trying
to check.
So now, like, if something like a vaccine, for example, for a virus that's spreading, and you're trying to get this information to as many people, because the whole point of vaccines is about the amount of people that do it, is how effective that vaccine is going to be. So, and obviously we saw through COVID what happened, you know what I mean, trying to explain to people things, and this day and age with the internet and everything you want to believe you can find out. It's fucking mental, man. So I want to pick his brains about the future.
Pick the brains of the brain doc.
Of the brain doc on just like how we're going to move forward.
We can ask him if he thinks the weed episode is a good idea for our brains. We're just going to get absolutely battered.
Yeah, that's a good question to ask him, man. Yeah, write that down.
Is it the dumbest idea Arms House?
Because we're doing the weed episode on 4/20. So March 20th. Wait, January, February, March. April 20th. Yeah. Sorry, we're doing it. That's a Sunday. So we're recording it on 4/20. Obviously, it comes out on the Wednesday after.
It's in the calendar, baby.
But that's going to be good, man. All right, Theme.
I really don't want to do it. I keep thinking about the weed episode, and I really don't want to do it.
But Theme, we don't have to just force ourselves to smoke more and more. We'll just get really lean, however much.
But we can't take. All I need is like that much.
Yeah, okay, but.
And then I'm gone.
This is what I reckon. This is what I.
If we take more and more, we'll just be completely lean.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. So what we need is make sure Talal is with us. We'll do it so we're all in the same room. Talal doesn't smoke anything, so he keeps the episode going along, asking us questions, getting us to do activities, working our brain functionality while we're not stoned and while we're getting more and more stoned. And someone suggested we should do a sketch, like a one-liner sketch right at the beginning of the episode. Like, you know, for like a minute, 2 minutes, and then one right at the end of the episode, try and do the same thing and see how well we do.
They'll be mad different.
Yeah,
mad different.
It'll be mad different. So and it's less about smoking the amount of smoke. It's more, I'd love to get like 3 or 4 or 5 different types of weed, and we smoke them in 3 or 4 different types of way. Like one bong hit, one zoot bun, one hot knives, one buckets. We'll do buckets. We'll do buckets. You know what I mean? And then one, I don't know what else. We'll think of a way.
Fucking buckets.
And then maybe we'll do one, like, you know, we'll do activities like who can roll the best spliff. Like me and you will roll a zoot, and then we'll grade it, and then people can grade it, people who listen. And then we'll think of things. It'll be a fun episode, Theme. Don't worry about it too much, man.
Get like glass filter tips and those kind of different things you can put on zoots now and shit.
Yeah, we'll go down to the head shop.
Ital. Yeah.
We'll go down to the head shop. What do they call it? A head shop? They're like hippie heaven, you know, them type of places that sell
There's
like...
one Joker place in Acton I told you about, didn't I? One joke place.
Paraphernalia. Maybe we go in there.
Blatantly selling everything. All of the local rudes, like the little young lads coming in to buy their bags.
Oh yeah, like a bunch of baggies.
Damn me 500 baggies of this area with that. Nah. And then, you know, like the ones that look like they've come from California and all of that, like this metallic casing that you can close.
Oh man.
Has a sticker on it from Curly. Like, let me buy them ones. That one that say like pumpkin minge or whatever. You buy 500 of them.
We live in a free world, man. That shit isn't illegal. So
everything's just bongs and this and that and this and that. We have to go in there to prep for the shop.
Yeah, we'll go in there, maybe do a little filming if they allow us. And so that's the weed episode. That's going to be in April. But for now, let's get into this listener question. Then we'll do a bit of Graff Critique, and then we'll call it a night.
No, we're still Feb, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get into the old questions. Going to send it in, son.
All right, let's go.
Yes, guys, what's happening? Without sounding too but no, art forms are amazing. Obviously, both of you do Graff and also like rap and make beats, and I don't know what other creative endeavors you have, but do you find that there's a lot of similarities between sort of like maybe doing like a full color and making a beat? Like, do you find that the sort of blueprint is similar, or sort of, you know, there's a lot of writers who are tattoo artists and graphic designers and stuff like that, which is always interesting. But do you sort of find that there's a lot that gets pulled between your sort of different creative outlets and Graff?
Good question, man. Thanks for sending that in.
What was the last bit he just said? Your different outlets between what and Graff?
Like through
sum up that thing, Maddie.
So he's saying we're creative guys. We are indulge in different creative activities, MCing, making beats. You know what I mean? Whatever. He's trying to say, are they linked in any way with our graph side of things? Does our graffiti influence the way we make beats, or are they similar? Do you approach MCing and writing lyrics in a similar way to the way you approach doing graph and stuff? You got any thoughts?
No, I'd much rather it was sort of in the Yeah But No direction. I loved his Yeah But No. That was fucking brilliant.
That's salute.
He did a great Yeah But No.
I mean, for me, graph in general influences pretty much every aspect of my life in one way or another. Just in the basic form of graph lets you think outside the box. There's signs everywhere telling you don't do this, don't go here, don't enter here, no trespassing, mind the gap here. You know what I mean? All this stuff. And graph kind of made me think, okay, see, around these signs, I can get there, that's not a problem. You know what I mean? That type of thinking has influenced every part of my life. You know what I mean? In a positive way, I think, personally. That's one way.
And racking as well, racking.
Sometimes and
just stuff is just for free. You know what I mean?
Like working,
it's just in that right. Everything's in the right moment. You know, we just walk out.
Yeah, being an opportunist. You know, that's very much a graffiti trait. Like taking advantages of situations as they arise. You know what I'm saying? Being spontaneous is a very graffiti.
But in your creative stuff is what he's talking about, isn't it? So like,
yeah, direct.
Do any of your creative selves ever link together? Mine, not really. Mine.
I know. I'll tell you a way.
Not really.
I'll tell you.
Just thinking between rap and graph. There's some like abstract ways, but not really.
Very abstract for sure.
What you were saying is, in terms of I can get past that sign, go around there, jump through all that kind of stuff. That would be all part of my graph life. You know what I mean? So, and then that graph life, that geezer who does the rapping, he's almost like the same guy who does the graph life. And it just keeps. So there's a little bit of a link up creativity there, but not really.
What about this though, theme? For making beats and graph, when you're painting a piece, when you're filling it in with colors, different colors, you're doing like a bit of a wild style thing. And we've spoken about this on the pod, especially when we do the graph critiques, is the balance of the word. Yeah, if you're putting red and like on a basic way to explain it, if you're putting red and pinks here on this side, you got to put red and pinks on that side to keep a balance going on, so it's not too jarring on the eye. Obviously, this is all up for interpretation. I'm not saying if you put red, you have to put red there. I'm just as an example for balance. You know, when I'm making a beat, you know, if you're, you know, you want to balance out the elements of that beat, you know what I mean? You don't want to have like too much of this in one part and not too much in that side. But then I guess this applies to anything creative, you know what I mean? Like finding that balance, that right mixture of all the elements to make it not look jarring to the eye. You know what I mean? Like I'm clutching at straws here, but I'm trying to find like a connection.
I'm trying to answer the question without give myself the hottest answer of all time.
Fair enough.
It's difficult. But that guy T, that guy there T, that's the kind of guy who doesn't give a fuck, and that comes out in the lyrics and when I write them and what I say in them, like don't give a fuck. And that's the same as the guy T who does the graph, is like I don't give a fuck, but it's more measured and you know what I mean. Done it for longer now and blah blah blah.
T. Yeah. Just say it. I'll bleep it out. Okay. All right.
No, because it's related. You dick for the question.
For fuck's sake.
No, you can't. Let's move on.
Okay, move on. No, I want to find another connection between making beats and doing graph, like the actual paint. Because in the question, it seemed less about like the illegal aspect of doing graffiti. He's talking about more the application of the graph and the like when you're drawing stuff. Like I don't know, man.
I reckon he means, do any of your creative selves ever like cross over and link together and any of that sort of shit?
Yeah. No, I think it does, but just like you said, in abstract ways that are quite hard to explain, you know, but there is definite connections there, man. You know, similar to how like I get my letters from B-boys, you know what I mean? From the B-boy I get like the...
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, that was blatantly, do you know what I mean? A P.
You know what I mean? Straight up and down, son. All right, let's get into a bit of Graff Critique.
I miss that guy. We should do something with that guy.
Yeah, we got to get the 80s, bitter 80s right.
Graff Critique in the place.
Yeah, let me look through. Thank you, people, for sending in your Graff critique. Either send them in on via the Instagram DMs or on the emails, armshousetoyourmumshouse@gmail.com. All the links are below in the description. Oh, this was quite a recent one that got sent in. Let me send it to you, Sir Andy. Here we go. Bang, that's sent. Describe it for the people, them.
It is. Firstly, I've got to tilt my phone a little bit.
Yeah,
which is always annoying.
It's a weird angle thing.
It's a piece that says Evol.
Evol, yes, EVOL.
With a kind of fat black outline all around it rather than any shadow. Or does it have shadow actually? Because it goes a bit fatter at the bottom. Like, I don't really know why I'm going with that. It's got no border.
Yeah.
And it's kind of mustardy yellow, pink and blue with purple. And it's done by Mr. Evil by looking at the reach. 2K25.
And where is that? That's your favorite spot to paint, isn't it, Theme?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's your favorite place in the world.
Damn. I've done well, so I haven't been there for, I don't know, since the Chase and Status thing.
Wow, okay, so like almost a couple years now. It's down Leek Street, that's what we're talking about, in case people don't understand.
Leek Street. But it's kind of like, you know, well, it's fucking dog shit, bruv, to be honest. I don't know what to say about it. It's a piece.
The E... the E and the O, like it's got a little flavor to it, but like you said, there's no shadow. Like, that he's tried to do a shadow, but I don't know, it doesn't really work. The tag on the right, the hand style, you can tell, that underline. Look at that fucking arrow going. Wah, wah,
it's like he decided to only do a drop shadow on the E and the V and the O, especially the O. Look at the black in the middle of the O.
Yeah.
On the right of it. Trying to do the drop down thing, but then the L's got no shadow underneath it. So it's like, forget about the shadow. Shadow, he fucked it royally. Look at that purple scheme he's got going through. He's got it on the top of the E, in the V, and a little one in the L, but then a little one on. It's like shit, man. Don't do that again. A little bit of like little marketing there, bruv. That's what.
And the yellow, pink, and like kind of turquoisey color. I don't know why it reminds me of refreshers. You know those sweets, the refreshers with the sherbet in the middle. I love those.
Yeah, but he's done it butters. Like it makes me look. It's like mustardy thing.
He's trying to like
and not faded.
Like he's experimenting. Fair enough.
Wait, hang about. He's
I'm assuming it's a
he. Fade. The bottom of the E. That is trying to do a bit of a fade, isn't it?
Of course he is, yeah.
Damn, son.
It's terrible, man. And
damn.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but again, it's not the worst.
The only thing I like, do I like it? Yeah, I like it. Is the M of the reach in white.
Okay, yeah, the M of the Mr. Evil, yeah. Okay.
And then he fucks it with that R. But yeah, straight up, but that's it. That's it.
You know what I like? I actually don't mind the general aura of the E. Yeah, I see what he's doing, and it kind of matches with the O.
You're really trying to be like the general aura.
Like, because he's fucked it. Like, the bottom of the E is shit, and the middle bit of the E is shit. But the kind of like, he's kind of done an E like it looks like a letter 3, a number 3, but obviously flipped. I like E. I like when people do E's like that. But this one, I mean, like.
Yeah, but he's not done it well, bro.
No,
if he did that in a sketchbook and showed it to you, like back in the day, you'd be like, jack him and throw the book on the tracks.
It's true.
What the fuck is this? Get this out of my face, you silly nonce.
The guy's toy at the end of the day, but he's getting there. Like, he or she is getting there eventually. They will, if they stick with it, they'll get there eventually. Because I could see elements of like kind of where they've got it. Like they've got the right idea.
Creep out of toyness.
Yeah, like they've got the idea. It's just they don't fully understand the concepts of it yet. Like the highlights are in the right place, but look on the O, like it's kind of it's a bit weird, and he's missed a few of them on the E and on the L, and on the top of the V. It's like kind of you're almost there, but again,
it's not great, is it?
I would say forget about these zigzaggy purple bits. The fade
with highlights in them
with
as well.
highlights
Look, white in the fuck.
Just forget those. Forget them completely. The colors are kind of garish. I'm not mad into the colors, but fair enough. If you're going to use colors like that, just pick 3 points throughout all the letters and just fade them down. And keep it simple, you know what I mean? And then work your way up from there. Then once you've got that locked down, start scheming from one color into the other. And then once you've got that locked down, then start adding purple schemes in there maybe. Then once you've got that locked down, then fades up and down.
Left to the right.
You know, work your way up. So don't, you know, you're doing too much with that yellow in the O, for example. Now he's tried, like, you know, he's probably just been smoking a zoot while he did that or something. I don't know. But, okay, Evil, thanks for sending that in, bruv.
Well, you know, we're saying thanks, but
no, thank you for sending it. Maybe Evil send something in the future, like, you know, once you think you've got a bit better, send it in.
I'm joking. Yeah, keep sending it in. Keep sending them in, peeps.
All right, let me describe this one. Theme, you got it? Yeah, I just sent it to you.
I'm just trying to find something I want to send to you because it's
okay. Well, you do that while I
want to show the people what a fade is.
Oh yeah, man.
Yes.
I'll show you the devise on Gunnersbury Station with the fade going up through there. It's beautiful, from 1993, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I just sent you a new one for critique. It says SOUB, sob. It's got like purple and lime green and dark blue and going through like weird squiggly.
Is that soup or soap?
Soup or soap, I don't know. It's got like, you know, a black outline, a white inline, not highlights, like a little thin white line going inside the letter, and then it's got the purple, same purple he used for the schemes. He's gone with a one time around the outside, and it looks like, oh no, that's the piece behind, is with the green in it. So, the letters, first off, oh, he's got a down rock 3D as well, going down. The 3D is all kind of in the right place. It's kind of messy, it's a bit scribbly.
He has put green behind it, bruv.
Oh, is that him, the dark green, yeah? I was trying to work out.
The other green is the other green that's got some like white dub.
He's fucked that dark green then. You know, it's a bit shitty. The places he's decided to use it is a bit shitty and whatnot. But maybe that paint came out shit.
Yeah.
The letters, I mean, pretty simple, but I like that he's kept it simple. I know a few people who kind of have this style. There's a continuity.
You're constantly telling people, well, keep it simple, motherfuckers.
Yeah, but I like
this guy keeps it simple. Yeah. And you nearly went, well, it's a bit simple.
Yeah, but I mean, as in, like, there's not much to talk about. Like, you know, as in, like, it's simple letters, which is good. And I did reiterate that I like that it's simple. And I like the continuity between the letters, the O and the U, you know what I mean? The S and the B, the top bits, even though the B has gone a bit thin. I know it's a bit further away, but it's still thinner than the other top bits.
The bit on the U is too fat.
Yeah, a bit fat, exactly. So, you know, there's a few bits, but I could see the continuity between them. The fill now.
But the schemes, bro, the schemes, you can't look at it. For too long.
But I kind of, it's got, you know, it does what it needs to do. Like, and if he likes how that looks, then fuck us what we think about it, because it's not my cup of tea, those schemes, but that could work for him. And he could maybe work on that, develop that, because it kind of reminded me of like Futura 2000. You know, when he does that like fast, like sparse fades and then like weird wiggly, ziggly, like kind of, atom symbols of atoms and shit going through. That's not what Sobe has done, but
as well, he's got reaches in there, crews in there.
Yeah, crews and reaches, yeah. And he's got
there.
the like DNA strand. You know, people love doing the DNA strand. I swear you've done that. He's got a couple of as well.
The DNA strand.
Yeah, I think I've seen you do it, but maybe
I'm wrong. What's the DNA strand?
And the left side of the O. You see where you do two lines going round like that. You know, like a DNA strand. You know how they look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the purple over the lime green.
I get what you mean, like a common.
No.
Get me.
It looks like he did it with a fucking high coat, man. I'm sure he didn't, but.
I don't know, man.
What don't you know?
What? This kind of feeling, it just makes it too kind of like it's just scattered and messy. Mm-hmm. The fill.
Yeah. But is it even? Like, it's quite
I'm just
balanced.
thinking if I took out all of the linear schemes in the O and just left the fade that he done underneath that with a few bubbles around it, like the green is, it probably would have been better.
Yeah, no, you know what? He's done too much with the squiggles. He's trying to cover up for his bad fades. I think that's what he's doing. Like, remember we were saying earlier about that other guy, whatever's fucking evil, what was it? I can't remember. Where we were saying pick a point to fade and work on your nice fades. Then start working on doing like from that color fade into that color fade, like connecting them with schemes. He's just done this, but times a million. Yeah, he's just filled every gap with another squiggle from a different color of the fade, different fades he's used. And it's a bit much, man. But I reckon if he worked on it, it could work maybe in the future. You know, I mean, I don't want to stifle
I'm going to
him.
go to a legal spot and do one of them fade piece. I could just do a fade piece to show it on the arms.
I'm bang up for
this. This is how you fucking fade. No, but that's one of those gay little YouTube channels, isn't it? This is how you fade. You're going to feed these.
Yeah. How to do a fade. Theme's going to start a new YouTube channel of
strictly
graffiti.
Only for the Arms House patrons. Listen, you cunt. This is how you fucking do it. Then you get
graffiti tutorials. But well, Theme, I mean...
But the whole piece in itself, the schemes, is the fade. You know what I mean? Just from having an eye. You got to have an eye for that shit. You just got to... That's like not having an eye. That's just like overdoing it and ragging
overdoing it. It's just overcompensating. Less is more at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Although he's kept his letters simple, now I'm telling him...
I'll tell you how to sum it up.
Go on.
It's shit, and it looks like it took you a long time to do it.
Yeah.
Them schemes. That's them schemes. It looks calculated. The schemes do look like you have thought, oh, I should put this one here, and this one's a square, this one's a DNA thing, this one, I haven't put enough here, then I'll go and do it in a different color, trying to match it all out. It is a bit calculated. It took too long.
You know what else?
To come up to a piece with the schemes that whack.
Yeah, yeah. And now I'm zooming in and kind of looking through it, and it's like, he's just going like this is kind of an
buzzing
example.
Off his nut,
buzzing, like, but he's seen what other people do, and he's like, okay, yeah, this is how you do it, kind of thing. The DNA and the squares linking up, and then this bit going here. And the blue schemes are weird, like they're just going off into like weird, like they just don't make sense.
Yeah, the blue schemes. He
weird. Doesn't fully kind of grasp what's happening. I tell you what's the good. You know what? I'm going to end it on this. Yeah, we're going to end it on this. When I scheme my pieces, when I'm doing just a line, like let's say I've got a blue fade in the bottom of my B, and then there's a blue fade in the top of my B, and it fades, green and pink or whatever going through it. Now I want to connect that fade with a line to that top bit, so it goes out of that blue into that blue. Now I could just do a random fucking squiggly line that connects the two things, yeah? Fine. But what I tend to do is to accentuate the shape of the letter, because already I work on my letters. I want the schemes to complement the letter. So let's say the B does like, the two round bits do that. So I'll get like a curl coming out of that blue fade, follow that bottom round bit, but then go up the spine bit into the top of the thing. I'll follow the shape of the fucking letter that's already there. You know what I mean? To accentuate that. So maybe that's a good thing to maybe work on, people who, just beginning.
You know what? I got to get this piece off my phone now.
yeah, delete.
It's one of those schemes. It's been looked at way too long.
It's going to start infecting your schemes now. You're going to start scheming like Soob, man. Shit. All right. That's enough of that, man.
Found the piece. I'm gonna send in a piece to Arms House to talk about fades.
That's a good idea. Maybe we'll do that.
And it's a non-legal piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still pisses on your fade, bro. Jesus Christ.
Arms House to your mum's house.
Look, let's call it a night there, man. I'm in Prague. I want to go out now. I want to get drunk, man. So, you know what I mean?
Are you going out to get smashed?
Yeah,
it's my last night. Early days?
It's my last
early
night.
Days.
Well, yeah, I've got to leave the hotel about 9 to get... My flight is at 11. So, yeah, I reckon around 9, 9:15, I'll be all right.
Where'd you fly to?
To Heathrow, man. Straight up.
Oh,
yeah.
you lucky chick. So, Arms House. If you want to see Maddie travelling, you've got to catch him between Heathrow Airport. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
Before he gets on the Piccadilly.
So we're going to go
With
out
the fans.
to this tune by Myers theme.
You do realise there's now going to be thousands of Arms House fans
at
Heathrow Airport
with signs going, Amber, Amber.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like,
Get a reach on my t-shirt, bro.
I thought you were going to say, get a reach on my titty. Like, I'm picturing women, just bare women, but you're picturing just like 13-year-old dudes going, hey man, on my t-shirt, bro. That's more likely what would happen. All right, this is a tune called Common Kid by Myers.
Common Kid by Myers.
Why did you choose this tune theme? It was on your
because
playlist.
every time it comes on the headphones, I'm like, yo, this is a good fucking tune.
All right.
Big up him. And I heard it on I swear down, I heard it on a TV show first. And I was like, yo, that one's banging. That was banging. But I can't remember the show. But it's a banging tune. Big up him. He's from Newham or Lewisham. I can't remember. But he's a London man. And it's a big fucking rhythm. It's a big fucking rhythm.
Salute to him, man. All right.
Little storytelling thing.
Okay, we'll get into that. People, leave a comment below. Hit the like button if you're on the YouTube. Leave a 5-star review if you're on the Apple
Send
Podcast.
us in questions what we're going to ask the brain doctor.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And if it's good, we'll ask him. But it's got to be a serious scientific question.
Yeah, we've got a scientist, so we're not going to ask him. We're going to ask the scientist some questions.
And we're going to tell him, look, the world is depending on your answer. Yeah, whatever you say now, yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah,
the brain doc, isn't it? So, yeah.
All right, peace,
you're the
bye,
brain
people.
Doc, you're the brain. What's flashing? Are you the mic? Peace.
Chinkui.
Chinkui.
Oh, yeah. You know how you say thank you here?
No.
Dickwe.
No, you don't.
Dickwe. It's Dickwe. Yeah, I don't know how to fuck, but I can't say it with a straight face.
Dickwe.
Dickwe.
Arms House. Common Kid.
Arms House to your mum's house.
What's it? Is that the vinyl crackle? Is that rain? I can't.
Rain. It's rain.
I know there's one young boy from the way. He done time, but it come without play. Try to tell him that crime don't pay.
Arms House.
He's on edge cause they know where he stay. He was outside trying to get roads taped. Could've chilled in Netflix with Bay. But now it's 10 toes from the jakes. In and out of drums, putting hands on papes. Looking at his mates, but he can't see snakes. In that hot seat, getting played back tapes. Should've seen that look on that young bull's face. Was the same Donny gave half his play. Tell me what your life's like. Mom was kinda calm till I dabbled in some math facts. Not a nice side, late night, you can lose your eyesight. And let's hear no speak, no all for the right price. Let me know what your life's like.
Know what your life's like.
Now he's got beef with the rest of the zones. Should have been one, but the rest condoned. Classic hotel, how friend turned foe. And it's mad. He started that gang on his own. All way before the first whistle got blown. There goes the hood coming up off a phone. They harbour the snitch and everyone knows. Try live life like everything's rose. He got grub but he's stuck with oaths.
Can't even move his grub.
I don't know why he can't be by the code. They had no choice but to flee up the road. Tell me what your life's like. Mom was kinda calm till I dabbled in some math facts. Not a nice side, you can lose your eyesight. And let's hear no speak, no all for the right price. Let me know what your life's like. Remember that one young boy from the ends? He's grown up, he don't know about friends.
Don't know about friends.
Time in and out for skanks.
Out for skanks.
Court wind got the lowdown on them. They thought they were safe other side of the Thames, but taking shots, this ain't no average lens. Long story short, all that way back when didn't cross his mind when he slapped off 10. Save one for the feds, hopped in that Benz. Left, right, left, now he's doing up legs. Adrenaline pump, watch him hop that fence. When the sequel drops, how this one ends.
The Graff
Tell me what your life's
podcast
like.
called Arms House.
Mama's kinda
to
cool,
your
till I
mum's
got
house.
what is some mad facts. Not a nice night, late night, you can lose your eyesight. And let's hear no speak, no all for the right price. Let me know what your life's like. Tell me what your life's like. Mama's kinda calm till I dabbled in some mad facts. Not a nice night, late night, you can
This is going to roll all the way through City now.